The purpose of the Global CFO Council is to provide an educational and networking forum for senior financial executives in order to share best practices, discuss current financial issues, and to learn about current topics related to the performance of their jobs.
Jane, good morning. How are you doing today?
Good morning. Great. How about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic. We were just saying before we started, I'd be doing even better if I was able to find more information about you before we begin. But my efforts to scour and stalk you, be the interwebs, has failed. So this introduction will be light, but we will learn more about you as we go through the interview. Jane Sidler, you are the CFO at Accelerated Claims. Is that correct?
That's correct.
You guys are in Kennesaw, Georgia. Is that true?
Sir. Yes, sir. Go dogs.
Dogs? We were just talking about this. That's the Kennesaw State University, the Fighting Owls.
I know. Hooty hoot.
Okay, folks, you may never see this interview. Well, I know at least you're proud of one of your children because you have a freshman at the Kennesaw State University. Is that correct?
I do, yes. Yes, I do.
And Jane, I noticed when I was checking your LinkedIn page, you've got what I'd consider a non-traditional path to the CFO role. I saw a lot of IT roles, ops roles, BD roles, a little bit of everything as you worked your way to CFO. So very interesting.
Yes.
And Jane, did you get your undergrad in business administration from Liberty?
Yep.
And an MBA from the same fine university?
Correct. I did. Yep.
Well, it is our pleasure to have you here and learn a little bit more about you. Let's get started. Jane, question number one, what is your favorite business book and why?
Well, I'm constantly reading books, and it's now that Audible is a thing, it's become easier to do. Good for window time. But Delivering Happiness by Tony Hsieh was one that really hit home for me. I love the fact that he was passionate about determining what your passions are. And that's something that I find that has gotten me to where I am. As you said, I didn't do the traditional role. I kind of learned over the years things that I love and I'm passionate about, and set the goals to be in those types of careers and do whatever it takes. And that's one of the things that he talks about in that book, is determining what that passion is. And if you find that passion and know what it is and you get there, you will be happy. And in turn, you make your the people you work around happy, your employees happy. And so that's why I really enjoy that book. I suggest everyone read it.
That's a new one. I'm writing that down. I have not read Delivering Happiness. I'm going to check that out.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Question number two, Jane, what is the best advice that you've ever received?
I actually, when I was working at SAP, one of the things that was told to me by my mentor and boss was, to write down your goals. I know that's cliche. People talk about it all the time, but, everyone tends to New Year's write down their New Year's resolution. But one thing that actually has helped me to grow in my career is to constantly evaluate my daily goals, my weekly goals. It's not just your long-term goals, but I will say writing down your long-term goals tend to kind of solidify where you want to go and what your path might be. And many years ago, I wrote down that I wanted to be a CFO. Why I wrote that down, don't know, but I did. And when it happened, I was really excited. And but of course, it pushed me to seek that path and to do what it took to get there. And again, just on the day-to-day, just to get through a work day. I walk in or I sit down at my desk, or I wake up at home, and as we're all working remote a lot lately, and I write down, what am I trying to achieve today? And even if it's just 3 main things or 2 main things, I know that at the end of the day, if I can finish those tasks, because we all know in our busy lives, there are a lot of tasks that don't get completed in the day, I can at least walk away knowing I completed 1 or 2 items of my goals for the day. So,
Jane, what about a new tool that you've recently started using, or a new habit that you've picked up that you found beneficial?
So being with a smaller company, a lot of the bill pay and the expense pays, we were still writing checks. And I know it sounds silly that it is 2021 now, that we were still writing checks. But with COVID hitting, I had to come up with a quick solution with no one being in the office, and I didn't want to have checks at my house, printing checks and mailing them. I reached out and we tapped into some of the automated bill pay companies. That's been a huge savings. Why I didn't know about this before or pay attention to it before, I don't know. It allows for, that approval process to go through a chain of command, and then I'm not having to physically sign a check and mail it out. As well as some of the expense, reimbursement products where they, I could give shout outs if I need to, what products we use, but, having the ACH payments has really been helpful.
Yeah, sometimes you've known about a tool, you thought about it, but there's just been bigger priorities, and then something happens, and you got to go, okay, I need to finally make the change. And yeah, that's good advice for all of us. Excellent. Yep. What about your current job? What's your favorite part of your current job?
Well, I am not a stagnant person. I can't stand to stick with just one thing. Obviously, as you spoke of my past, I love the fact that at ACI we jokingly call it always changing. It's a very innovative organization, and I think a lot of I've been on a lot of seminars, and your traditional CFO role is not like it used to be, and it is more of you are involved in the facets of the business. It's not just strategy and finance. It's operations, HR, IT. So I love the fact that I'm involved, and my hands are in so many things at times that I'm never going to be just sitting there worried about the finances. It's, there's so many more pieces to it that I love. And so it keeps me busy and keeps me excited about what I do every day.
Jane, I came up blank when I was trying to do a little bit of internet research on you. So this is a blank canvas question. What is something personal you'd be willing to share with the rest of the CFO Council members about yourself?
Oh, wow. Well, I have a lot to share, but I have 4 children. That's the basic. But my first child I had at a young age. So I was had to learn how to get through some hard times and not be a statistic. And so therefore that really drove me to where I am today. Obviously I've gone through a hard path and I've gotten there, and I feel like I've achieved a lot and I have a lot more to give. But anyway, that's kind of my personal life. But I also am like I said, I am an avid Georgia Bulldog fan. It's just, I'm sorry, but I am. My family and I spend almost every game day weekend in Athens, and we love to camp, and I love the outdoors, and I just love spending time with my family. So I like to work hard and I like to play hard.
Well, congratulations. I spent a lot of time in Georgia. My family, my little sister went to UGA, and my mom is somehow a UGA fan. The other kids went other places, but my mom is a UGA fan for some reason.
I understand it. Once you're there and you feel the passion, it's there. Yeah, my oldest went there as well. So it kind of rebuilt that love for UGA that I had growing up.
Last question number 6. It happened so fast. What is something that I should have asked that I didn't, and what's your answer to that?
So one of the things that I think is important is a lot of people, as they set their goals and where they want to be, one of the things that is a good question to ask is, what is it that fulfills me on being a CFO? And I know I kind of already tapped into that in the challenge, innovation, but I do believe that as a CFO, you have an opportunity to be a good leader. And one of the other things I strive to be is a very good leader and to help build other people. And coming from the place that I came from, I really appreciate and have the understanding of people all the way from the entry level to the top to be passionate and help them through their career goals. And so that's one of the things that fulfills me about being a CFO, is that I have the ability to be a mentor to others and help them grow in their career and learn how to get there. So that's a good one, I guess.
That's really cool thing about the CFO role. Kind of our generation has experienced a change from maybe when we were younger, the CFOs were mainly just accounting and finance. But like you said, that role has really expanded, certainly to human resources and IT, strategy, operations. You're involved in sales. And I noticed in a theme, Jane, is that you're a goal setter and you're an achiever. And I see that in your personal life and your professional life, a real common theme there today, getting to talk to you and learn a little bit about you.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I feel like it does bring a lot of happiness to me to set those goals, like I said, and get there and help others. That's kind of my next goal in life, is to mentor other people that struggle and have troubles in life to get there. So achieve their goals at least.
Yeah, amen. Well, and that's a call to action to all of us, I think, Jane. Let's all do that. That's when you move up the ladder, let's look back and help the next person up.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for doing this. This was awesome to get to talk to you and get to learn a little bit about you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate it. Bye.